What is up, everybody? This is Centertech, or Central Hills, or Center Hills. I mean, I've heard it called a lot of things. You will see it spelled out on the T-pads. There are some water hazards here, so if you're coming here to play, be aware, be careful. This water is really gross and disgusting. You do not want to go in this water. It is not easy to find your stuff. There's a few ponds like this, and then there's a creek that runs all the way through here and all the way out. And depending on the water level, sometimes it's easier to find your disc in this, sometimes it's easier in the creek. It looks like there's fish out here eating, or there's little bugs skipping across the top of the water. The creeks are designed with flow levels or something like that, you know, so that they always stay pretty much full. So if you go in the creek, you can guarantee that the water level probably won't be any lower. If you land out here, you got a chance at the water being lower. It's not much of a chance. Depends on the season. If it goes out on the ice, there are signs that tell you to stay off the ice if you are out here playing in the winter. Do not go out there, get yourself wet. Let's be real, you probably could have drowned here. Maybe you could, I don't know. It doesn't take much water to drown in. But, I mean, stand up. It's going to be cold. It's going to be nasty. And you're going to be in some nasty, thick water. You could come to a point where it's pretty deep out there, but just don't go on the ice. Let's just keep it simple. There's a windmill on this course. Well, what's left of a windmill. It got flat out destroyed. I was told that this used to be a golf course, par 3 golf course. That was free. I wish I had known about that. I'll try not to mention that again in this video. We'll see though. But yeah, there's the parking lot. First T-pads right there, and we'll get going. All right, here is hole 1. There are no T signs here, so you gotta just kind of look for them. There's no color on the basket. You can see the signs, but there's not anything really showing you exactly where it is, but that's what I'm here for, kinda. So it's straight ahead a little bit, kind of straight ahead, a little to the right. I'm a flick, I would go left, bomb back to the right. Here's the basket. It's not super far. I'm gonna guess like 3 at most, maybe 310. Here's hole 2. Straight out, you can't miss it. Out by the windmill. Here's the basket for the windmill. What's left of the windmill? Looks like there's a bat house on it now. That's cool. I love bats. T-pads back there. Here's 3. It is in short position today. Some of these holes do have multiple positions. The lighthouse, or not the lighthouse, sorry. The windmill has one short. This one has one long. Maybe another. I know for sure it has a long. Basket for 3. Real simple. I might have been wrong. There may not be another position for this one. I thought I remember one back here. A little riskier to these bushes, or to that creek. There's a creek that runs there. Here we got hole 4. A little bit further straight out though still. There's a water hazard here. I have seen people go in that water. If you shank, if you throw too far, if it's a bad wind, there's definitely people that have gone in that water. There's probably disc in that water right now. be careful. Here's 4's basket. T-pad behind you, up that little hill. Here's the water hazard. Let's see if we can see any discs. It's pretty low. The water's been really low this year, as we know. There's some nasty water. So we're at 5 now. Basket is out there, tucked away. Sorry, I'm looking at my view, not yours. I can't see my camera in this light, so I don't know where I'm exactly pointing. It's out there. There is water hazard to the right here. There's water hazard long. It's a little creek long. You got a much better chance of getting your disc out of the creek than you do this over here. Just be careful. All right, so here's 5's basket. Again, there are some of the holes have multiple positions. I don't know if all of them do, but I know this one used to have another one that was like behind this tree somewhere. But it hasn't moved in a while. Here's 5. Here's the creek you got to be careful of. Again, it's a little low. The water level in this creek usually stays pretty high because it's a flood over into there. So this usually stays pretty full even though we're going through the drought. All right. So from 5's basket, if you're wondering where 6 T-pad is, I will try to tell you anytime that it gets a little crazy. Walk over this bridge. You have, can't remember which number's on the hill right now. We'll see it in a second. You got 6 here, and then there's that whole long and short T-pads up there. We'll get to that in a minute. I'll just make this one continuous video. Here's 6. It's behind the tree today. It's actually in long. There's a short position for it up here on the hill, which again, my pointing is way off. I can't see what I'm pointing at today, at least looking this way because the sun's up here. When I'm going back the other way, I'll probably be able to see a little better what I'm pointing at. But yeah, it's up there, straight ahead. This is 6's basket. Can't really see it, but the short position is like right there. I can actually see the camera. There is tape, it looks like, on the inside of these baskets. I just now noticed that points to the next T-pad. If you're wondering, this course is not very hard to figure out. Seven's T-pad. It is a straight ahead shot. Not the basket you just played, obviously. I can kind of see the camera. But that basket up there. Here is 7's basket. Be careful of the street, be careful of pedestrians on this sidewalk right here. T-pad's back there. It's an easy shot. All right, here's 8. Straight ahead. There's water hazard to the left. If you really catch a bad wind, throw it weird, it happens. There are discs out there. Maybe people have collected them by now, but I know that water's taking discs from people. How about that? Straight ahead, good backhand. I flick. That tree kind of plays in the way if you're a flick. Not horribly, but. Here's the basket. There's the tree I was talking about for the flicks. Definitely want to watch out for that tree. The water is a good distance down there. So by hitting the water, I'd probably assume in the middle. I've done it, but I flick and I've had something that didn't want to turn back on me. Standing on 9's T-pad now. Can't miss it. There is a creek that runs through here that has a decent amount of water. Enough that if you got in it, you're gonna hate it. Well, I mean, you're not going to lose your disc, but it is kind of murky, so I mean, there is that possibility. I won't say that. There used to be a tree here. There was a fun Mando tree. And if you backhand, you went one side of the Mando tree. If you flicked, you went the other side of the Mando tree. One of the tags matches it used to play here. I think still plays here. But they lost their Mando tree. I can't remember what happened to it. So we got 9's basket here. Just behind me is the tee pad. How crazy is that? It's not a bad throw. If you got a good backhand, you should be under it. You see some disc landing underneath it pretty easily. And so we start the back 9. We got 10 here. 10 does have a water hazard to the left side. I have seen numerous people go in there. I have gone in there. I've lost discs in there. In fact, I lost a really good, I think it was a T-Rex, and it ended up dead in the middle. Star PFN. Never got it back. Never got a phone call. That's just how it happens. The basket's straight ahead. If you got a backhand, be careful of the left. That is where people go. This is 10. Basket, T-pad's back there. There's that horrible water. It's super low right now. Still sucks really bad to go in. Now on 11 here. Can't really miss this one. Oh, as I almost trip onto the T-pad. It's straight ahead. It's not very far. It's probably less than 3, maybe right at 3. Not horrible. Here's 11. Again, not hard to find. You do have this backstop if you hit it. So here's 12. It's not hard to find. It's right out there. It does have a multiple position. I think it has a long as well, but it's between those 2 trees. Some people backhand up off this thing. It's pretty cool. Here's 12. Between the trees. Back there. Okay, so I totally forgot to film. You walk across the bridge to the next tee pad. It's up on the hill. There's a long and a short. I'm only gonna film the short so that I'm out of the way of who's behind me. I'm trying to be nice. Here's the tee pad. There's the basket. Water on the right. It's nasty water again. You don't want to go out there. I have seen a lot of people go. All right, here's 13. There's that water. It's not far from this one. Big skip here with my flick. I've been in there many times. Backhand, you're a little less likely, but don't shake or you'll be wet. $14 here. They have put trash cans out here. Please use them if you are out here making trash. I don't know how to say that. 14's right there. You can't miss it. There's a creek behind it. Be careful about going long here. You can clear the creek. Whew, sorry, I tried to hustle out of the way. You can clear the creek. Be careful of that. It sucks because it's not easy to get to the other side of that. You got to go all the way back to the bridge, or you got to walk around the front, or just try to jump across them. That's a little risky. Here's 14. I will show you this creek. I mean, it's a good little distance behind here, but I definitely lost a Metal Flake Champ, obviously Metal Flake Thunderbird in here one time. I was so devastated. It was a black one, black Metal Flake. It had a special little stamp on it. I have no idea if it's even still here. It could still be in this water. $15. I do like how they have the name on every hole. I mean, obviously you know where you are, but that's kind of cool. This one is a bomb. I have no idea if you can actually see it I'm trying to point at it. I think I've got it on my finger out here. I don't know, it's out here. It's far. You mean, you better be throwing pretty good to get there. Here's 15. Walking around 15. It's way back there. It's far. This one's a bomb. It's a fun one to park though. All right, here we are at 16B. A is right there. I'll walk over there and give you a video of that one too this time. I did not do that on the last one, but I will this one. So this one, watch out for the water. Again, most people backhand, shouldn't be much of an issue on this hole. I flick. It's a little scary. I've been in that water. Not a whole lot, not a whole lot. This one's not super far. It's just, it's intimidating. But don't be scared, it's only disc golf. Here's what they call 16A. Much shorter shot, much safer. Here's 16. This tree is taking a beating. It used to be much longer, I think. I remember it hanging over a lot further. There's the murky, nasty water you don't want to go in. It's easy to roll right down here. I've done that. Again, unless someone's been out there, there's probably discs out there. '17's tee pad. Another hole that used to have a tree. Probably thank the Beavers for that. It used to be right here somewhere. Made for a little bit tougher shot at the basket. Now it's open. Backhand, you don't have much of a issue. Forehand flick, yeah. There is a creek again. There's all over this course, obviously. There's a creek on the left side. If you shank hard enough, you can end up in it. Here's 17. There's the nasty, nasty, nasty creek. You do not want to go in this one. I don't know if you could see it, but there's like colors spewing or mixing, and there is something on the top of this water. There's kind of the beaver dam. There used to be much bigger. There used to be a lot more water, and I used to really flood out wide. It was really bad. Here's 18's tee pad. You got the basket really short, kinda. No, it is short, not kinda. It is short. It's deceiving though. You'll think it's shorter than it is. There's water behind it. This water's, out of all the water digging, this is probably not the hardest to dig out of, depending on how far out you go. You shouldn't be throwing very hard here, so you shouldn't go very far out. You should be like on the water's edge if you fall in. It's usually like a roll into the water here, not really bombing it out there. So yeah. So I'm gonna do like a final, this is gonna be the final here. I was gonna use the drone, but I got told I'm not allowed to launch it within park property. A little gray area there. Being told not to launch it on park property, not to launch it on park property. Nothing with actually flying it, just launching it. But because we respect disc golf and everything that it is, I'm not going to push the issue. I wanted to go way over there off the park property and fly on, but I'm not going to push that issue. I do have a little crappy drone that I'm going to try to get some drone videos of. It won't be the hole that I want, but you know, we'll see. Again, I won't use it here, but that's okay. So this is it. This is 18. That is the entire Center Hills, or Center Tech, whichever name you want to call it. Still disc golf. This is the water you got to be careful of. Again, more than likely, you're just gonna roll right into this nasty, it's still disgusting water. It's still really, 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 really gross. But you're not probably going to be way out here. You're gonna be short on the edge here. in the video bar down below. I try to point at it in the video. The little time bar has now been broken up into every hole has its own chapter, so you could scroll through the video and figure out where and what you want to do. Well, until next time, this is Slayer saying peace out. Keep those discs flying, and be safe out there, guys. Take care.